Welcome to The Read Along,
a mini book club for your ears.
I'm your host, Scott.
I'm your other host, Anita.
And join us on a journey through a good book,
one chapter at a time.
Do you like talking about movies? Do you like talking about mediocre movies? Do you like talking about how you could have fixed mediocre movies? Well, I certainly do, and you can listen to me, Scott C. Bourgeois, along with my co-hosts Greg Beaver and Liam Creswick, as we give our notes, and I have some notes. You can follow it now on your podcatcher of choice, or support it by visiting patreon.com/IHaveSomeNotes. Last week we talked about Fringe and all of the busyness that was involved in that. This week, it's done. Nita's having some bittersweet feelings, because on the one hand it's done, and on the other hand it's done.
It's done. It happens to me every show, as Scott pointed out earlier to me. You go through a post-show blues.
Yeah.
You're relieved because it's a lot of work, and it's nice to be done something that's a lot of work. And at the same time, you're sad because it's over, because you were doing something you loved.
Yeah, with people who you grow close to over the course of the process.
Yeah, and then it all just kind of stops.
Yeah, so I've been there as well, having done shows before. The show was wildly successful. Again.
Yeah.
Multiple sold-out performances, rave reviews. So that was good.
Yeah,
that was nice.
That felt nice. We were doing something right, I guess.
Yeah. 2 years in a row where we had some very successful shows written by celebrated local playwright me. Because, we don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk a little bit. Haven't published a novel.
No.
But I haven't
written a novel.
Written for stage. I have done some writing.
It happens.
It happens.
Sometimes.
We're not completely talking out of our butts while we do this.
Indeed.
But, I feel like this is going to be a shortish episode.
Well, our epilogue was only like 3 pages long.
Yeah, it's a very short denouement.
Yeah, a real quick one.
So, and the trick with the final episode of the book, like the last chapter, is always that you want to start talking about the whole book, and we try not to, because that's for next episode, which is the full book analysis.
So this is going to be a quick conversation about
this
the epilogue, and only the epilogue, and we will try our best.
Yeah, and we'll try not to get too off topic. Yeah. So this one might be a little bit shorter, but if that bothers you, don't worry. Next episode will probably be a bit longer. Our full book club episodes tend to be a little bit on the longer side.
Yeah.
So with that said, let's do a brief recap of our previous chapter, chapter 31 of our novel, in which it all comes to a head.
Yes, everything happens.
Yep. Danny reveals that she did a switcheroo with a second fake. She then goes downstairs and burns the actual Archer portrait.
Yep.
Killing, apparently, the demon.
Hopefully.
And also having to oppose her mother, who tries to stop her at every turn.
And then escapes.
In Brad's car while the police show up. And that leads us to 6 months later and chapter 32, the final chapter of The Frame-Up by Gwenda Bond. So we're smack in the middle of another heist.
Yes.
But
6 months later, another heist.
But twist, it's a reverse heist.
Yes.
Danny and her crew now, Elliot, Mia, Rabbit, and Liz are breaking into a museum to replace art that Maria's crew had stolen years earlier.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, as was Maria's way of doing things, much of that art was destroyed.
Which, that bugs me. It bugs me that they destroyed the originals. And yes, Danny makes quote-unquote perfect copies, but it's not the same.
It's not. But also, Maria was a sociopath and
we know.
Clearly ascribed no value at all to the art that she was stealing. So,
which blows my mind. How can you be an art thief that doesn't ascribe any value to the art?
Because she was a born manipulator. Danny was a born artist.
Well, that's true.
And as an artist, she recognizes the value in the art that her mother never could and never did. But yes, Danny has decided to embark on a new life of reverse crime by dramatically breaking into museums and replacing stuff that her mom had stolen years earlier. And she recognizes that because it's known that Maria Poisson is in the wind,
Yeah.
people might ascribe it to her having had an attack of conscience, broken out of jail, and gone to return all of her stolen goods. But Danny is like, they can think whatever they want. I know in my heart that it's for me.
Yeah.
And it's for my healing.
This is Danny trying to make things right.
Yeah.
Properly. So properly is not the right word for it.
No, but I get where you're going with that. Yeah.
The whole book was actually essentially Danny trying to make things right. Right? Except going about it the wrong way, because what she was trying to make right was the relationship with her mother. I'm trying not to get book clubby, I'm sorry.
I know.
And the act of putting back art is a different version of that, and I don't know that it's any better.
I disagree. I think it is better. And again, at risk of getting a little book clubby. Danny's mistake this entire book was trying to make right with her mother, and what she needed to do was make right with her conscience.
Yeah.
And what she realized in the end was that it wasn't the betrayal of her mother that was bugging her, it was the crime that was bugging her.
It was the betrayal of her own conscience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
that makes sense.
And so now she's trying to undo that. And she's roped the rest of her crew in, and they're Rabbit, at the very least, a little grudgingly going along with it. But the rest of the crew seems pretty keen to do this. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like an exciting reverse crime. And she's already lined up Brad's lawyer to smooth things over with the museum. The art's back. Who cares if somebody broke in to put it back?
Whatever.
I believe you offered $10,000 as a reward.
10 million.
So, I mean, they'll be set up pretty good for a while.
Yeah. I could live happily forever, I think, on $10 million.
So, I mean, it's kind of a win-win. Danny gets to, like, wash her hands of the crime, and also...
She gets her quote-unquote family back and happy.
And they can start fresh. They can do their own thing.
Now, I am of mixed feelings about this last chapter because Danny and crew are returning artwork stolen from the Gardner Museum, which is a very famous art heist. Mm-hmm. I watched a documentary on it a few years ago.
Well, and
there's a fascinating documentary on it on Netflix.
And in the fiction of the book, Maria Poisson was the person who stole that art.
Yes. In real life, though, that crime was actually solved. They found who did it. It was an organized crime thing.
Yeah, but it was an organized crime thing that was being headed by Maria Poisson.
Yeah. What I'm saying is I appreciate that she has roped in like a real life famous art heist.
Yeah.
At the tail end of this fictional art heist book.
It's a real life art heist that also happened in the fiction of the story.
Yeah.
Where there's this magical world of art thieves.
Yeah. It lent it a little more credibility, I think. Or at least I think that's what she was going for.
It grounds it a little bit more in reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, so this famous art heist? Haha, actually these characters.
Well, and this isn't the first time she's done that, because as I recall earlier in the book, she mentions like the theft of the Mona Lisa and stuff. It's all part of this magical underworld.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the Gardner heist. That's nice.
Yeah.
That was a fascinating documentary to watch.
Well, there you go. If you're at all interested and you've been reading the book along with us, maybe check out that documentary on, I assume, Netflix.
It is on Netflix.
Seems like a Netflix thing.
It's called This Is a Robbery. It's a limited series. I think there's 3 episodes on it. It's about 3-ish hours altogether. It's seriously fascinating. And I've made no secret about the fact that I love a good heist.
You do.
Right? Fictional or real. If it's a good heist, I'm interested. So that's me just gushing over heisty things.
There you go. So a little extra reading for you to mention at the end here. I think that's where we kind of have to draw it.
Yeah. Well, and that's basically where our story stops.
Yeah, because if we go into any further detail...
we will get book clubby.
We get book clubby.
And we are trying not to get book clubby.
The book ends with them breaking into the museum and
stuff back.
Starting to splitting up to put stuff back, yeah. Danny and Elliot have a little smoochy smooch.
Aww.
During the heist. And
well, that would be the rom-com ending that we need.
Yeah.
Right? You got to end with a kiss.
And that's where it all comes to a head. So, yeah.
Yay, we did it.
The end. The end of the frame-up. So, for those of you joining us for the first time, and I mean, we've mentioned this a little bit in a previous episode, but we don't immediately go into the next book. We will do a full recap, a full analysis, go full book club with wine and cheese and everything on the frame up next week. That'll probably be a bit of a longer episode, which kind of makes up for this one being a little shorter. And then at the end of that episode, we will reveal what our next book is. And then the next week after that, we're right into the next book. There is no break. There has never been a break on this podcast.
We have shan't just start now.
Kept going. We've missed one episode Out of 407 episodes, there was 1 week we didn't publish because I got unexpectedly violently ill.
It's true.
We could not. The birth of our children, going on vacations, we have always accounted for it. So yes, so that will not change this week or next. We will be going right into the next book. So look forward to that as well, and get your finest wines and your tastiest cheeses together.
Favorite snacks
For joining us next week to go full book club on the Frame Up, and we'll reveal what we felt and what we think. And
we'll talk about some things. We'll get kind of pretentious about it, as you do.
You'll want to be prepared for that. You don't have any reading to do.
No.
You just have to get your snack tray together.
Yeah.
Get your, girl dinner? Get that together.
Yeah. Your charcuteries.
Yeah.
If you like.
And we'll see you then. So in the meantime, of course, as always, you can give us a little rating and review on your podcatcher of choice.
Because we love and appreciate those very much.
Yeah, we'd also love and appreciate you via social media.
Absolutely. You can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, Goodreads, Blue Sky. I think that's all of them. We are at The Read Along on most of them.
Yeah, you can also get a hold of us via email.
Oh, please do. You can reach us at thereadalong@gmail.com.
And with that said, as always, we love you very much, and we'll see you next time.
He promised me wine and cheese. You all heard it.
Thank you for joining us on The Read Along with your hosts, Anita and Scott Bourgeois. All Read Along music is by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Cover art is by Aaron Beaver. Be sure to join us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at The Read Along, and check out our group on Goodreads.com.